Hi, I'm Hannah Bernard, and you're watching Market 1 Minute, and I'm here today with Luis Zapata of Montan Mining. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
So we're here today to talk about this exciting political shift in Peru with the new president being elected. So tell us a little bit of background on him.
Well, Pedro Pablo Kuczynski, or PPK as he's locally known, is a former Wall Street banker, former chairman of First Boston in the United States, former World Bank executive. He's been through all facets of the Peruvian government, from mining minister to minister of the economy. So, we're really hopeful that he's going to come in with some really positive and clear policies to enact the economy and help it grow moving forward.
Since his election, how has it affected the overall outlook of the economy in general?
I think he's looking to run some really conservative fiscal policy. He's talking about running a GDP deficit up to 3% from the current 2.5% levels. We think this will stimulate the economy. Also, his first visit post-election was to China, which I think signals a shift towards, a rapprochement with the resource industry, as China obviously is a big importer of commodities. And lastly, he's looking to really formalize the economy in general by taking about the 64% of Peru's labor force is currently informally employed. He's looking to bring that number down, and by increasing formal employment, you obviously increase the tax base.
So let's talk specific to the resource sector, because you mentioned that. What's the overall outlook for the mining sector?
Well, I think it's really positive. PPK, since he's been elected, he said two key things. One, he wants to deregulate the mining industry. In his own words, he called some of the regulations enacted over the past couple regimes unreal. And two, he's right now working with the social issues in Peru around the mining projects. So, he's looking to approach communities and bring everyone together to get some projects that have been stalled in progress.
You mentioned earlier some policies. So are there any key policies that the resource investment community should keep an eye on that he wants to implement?
Well, he's only been in power since July 28th, so about 2.5 months. In that time, he hasn't enacted any formal policies yet, but he's done two key things. One, again, his first visit was to China, which I think really signals the interests of the resource sector. And two, he's begun to have dialogue tables with the communities that have been stalling projects. I think that will lead to some formal policy changes for the next couple months.
Are there any challenges that he's going to face with implementing any new policies over the next while?
The biggest challenge that he faces is that about 70 out of 130 seats in Congress are controlled by the opposition party. PPK was elected with a very small minority, and I think dealing with the opposition is really going to be, it's going to define what's going to happen with policy in the country going forward. So let's hope that they can come to consensus and move forward.
Are you positive on that? You think you can overcome it?
We are, yes, very bullish on Peru in the next 5 years.
Great information. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you for having me.